Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Show. I have with me Doug Peterson. Okay, I apologize. Don't pull my nipples. We haven't done that in a while, actually.
Dick pickle.
Yeah. So, today we're making the Dark Sunshine. This recipe, was submitted by me. And I started to sting a little after that.
Good.
This recipe submitted by me. I created it today. We have a contest where, and Sean had mentioned it in the chat room, live stream, 7:30 typically Eastern time, for those who want to know on Friday, to take Adam's Bitters. There's a whole bunch of them. And
the teapot is definitely
that's
the
the
most
teapot
popular.
bitter. Yeah, I sold like almost a case. And make a cocktail with these bitters that has to be fairly classic in design, like one core spirit, a liqueur.
That's good.
Bitters. Done.
That's a good bitter.
Yeah, so I'm following along. You can go to look at everydaybeers.com and the contest details, or I'll post it in the description so you can click on it again to see for people who didn't know. So what you do is you get this. Of course, you can get them from theawesomedrinks.com, or there are some people in Boston that already had them. And awesomedrinks.com. I said theawesomedrinks.com. Or if you're in Scotland, I believe you should probably just go to this guy's house and have him make them for you. I don't know. So you get them. Any of the flavors.
If you showed up at his house, he'd be like, "Get out of here!" I don't think he'd make you bitters.
Probably not. You get any of the flavors.
He would have a cool accent.
Yeah.
Telling you to get the fuck out.
I know. An ounce and a half. So I'm going to do an ounce and a half. And so the point being, you're going to make a recipe with a core spirit. In this case, I'm using some rum. This is the
awesome rum.
Koloa rum. You could try that too. Hawaiian Dark Rum.
Fan sent that to us.
From Kauai. I need to use this half ounce. Whoop, I'm going to take off the top. It's going to work so much easier. On top of which we're using Sunshine Sun-Kissed Citrus Fruit. This is a Malibu citrus. That's going to be our liqueur. So those are your two ingredients. I've had people say they've submitted me recipes that had other bitters. It has to be one of the bitters from Adam Elmegirab, and he may send more rewards for people because we're gonna have a contest. Then we're all gonna do a blind tasting. That doesn't really matter if it's blind or not, but a tasting of all the cocktail submissions that use these bitters.
Yes, that's the new measuring cup that he poured the rum with.
Yes, this is the Severo, or the steel one. So we're all gonna do a blind tasting. Can I have that for a second? And we're going to decide which is the best cocktail design that everybody's come up with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Jesus. And once we have that, I got it. Bastard. We pick a winner. Winner gets whatever I said, like $25 gift card to our store, a lifetime of fame and fortune.
A lifetime of fame and fortune.
Right.
Well, maybe just the fame. Probably not the fortune.
No. Well, fortune comes from all the people, like, if your cocktail was that great on Common Man Cocktails, we want to hire you as a mixologist for our restaurant or something. That's how famous they could get.
Wow.
I don't really know that.
I like that. Yeah. I like that fantasy for somebody.
Right. Yeah. It's a good fantasy.
It is.
So that's, and you get to participate in tasting these to figure out who the best one is. So far, we've got one submission or two.
Just saying.
What was that?
Yeah.
I heard better fantasies.
Oh.
Like a water slide that didn't end after 2 minutes.
Yes.
A water slide that lasted at least like 7.
Hey, check it out, Curtis.
Is Curtis in the room?
Oh yeah, Curtis is here, so we won't be calling you. Someone already gave him crap about that.
Check it out. I just used the julep strainer the appropriate way.
Yeah, good job.
Because you never know when Curtis is stuck and looking for, like, is he doing it right? Is he doing it, or is he using the springs again? No! I'm not going to bother garnishing this one because it stands alone as just a dark.
You know what it looks like?
Dark Sunshine.
An amber.
An amber beer?
Yep.
Without the carbonation?
Tell me I'm wrong.
Do you get the name?
No, I can't
It's
do
dark, and he used sunshine rum.
Yeah, I got very creative.
That needs garnish. Because that is one plain, fugly looking motherfucking drink.
You just drink it. I don't have a good garnish for it. Really, you could use a orange peel.
Yeah, orange peel.
Orange twist.
Yep.
Yeah, I was more concerned with making the drink as opposed to the garnish with this one. Last week I used a garnish appropriately. I used it.
Wow.
It's like a roller coaster ride of flavor.
That's
Weird
really
flavor.
good.
Now, when I made it, I was like, I don't know, there's a lot going on. It's got a little syrupy, honey-like flavor to it. And a lot of it comes from the dark.
It's... The interesting thing about this is it's sweet initially.
Yep.
And then it's...
A coffee bitter almost in the finish. Or something. Not really coffee.
But the bitter
Tea.
but it's refreshing, but it shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean?
I don't get that, but I feel like I need another sip.
Light.
Yeah.
It's light.
But you know what's funny?
It's very light.
And this goes back to Curtis's thing. What we did is, I made this, and I thought it was going to be too much, like just too much flavor. And then we made just this one. We just used the citrus, which has some coconut flavor too, and the rum, and put them together without the bitters, and it was much more potent. And
the bitters come through.
Right, but
and
they smoothed it out. I was very surprised at how smooth that was compared to just doing those two spirits alone. Alone, it tasted like a really amped up rum citrus.
It tastes like it. It's one of those things that it tastes like the beach, you know.
You don't get any black licorice?
The Malibu Sunshine has coconut. Yeah, like the coconut comes through even though it's only a half ounce.
Yeah. But only like in the middle.
It is in the middle.
You have to you have to keep drinking it to find out where all the flavors, because they do. They kind of align themselves in a specific way, which is kind of awkward. My fear, which went away, and I kept the recipe that way. When she tried it, said that was good, because I was expecting her to go, you know, because there's just a lot of flavor. Yeah. And since she said it was good, and typically I would have thought that she didn't, I said, you know what?
It smells wonderful.
It passes the smell test. It's good to go.
It really does. It has a
I wish I could take
sweetness
credit
to
for
it,
but it's really a thing.
And it almost has like a cherry.
Yeah. It's got all kinds of weird flavors that kind of combine, but then they separate, and it's weird. And I think I'd like to say that was really complicated to make, but there's not a lot going on ingredients.
I mean, that's something that, you know, if somebody said that, like, oh, this recipe is like, this is a classic cocktail, I would be like, oh, yeah,
it fits
definitely.
the mold.
It does. And
it
just because, though, you know, it's spirit bitters.
Right.
You know, like, you can add sugar. You added the sugar with a Malibu Sunshine.
Right.
You could add water, but why bother? You know,
you could carbonate
it in bitters.
I see what you're saying, though. I'm really drawn to taking another sip. Maybe there's a little dryness in the finish, so I feel like it would just go away really quickly.
Do it.
No.
No.
We have people who want to also taste it.
Okay.
Then if they don't like it or don't finish it, we can suck it down. Done! Oh, question of the day.
Don't have one.
Come on, guys. It's been like 5 minutes. I've got a cocktail submitted with chocolate bitters. Not the same. Has to be the brand. If you have one with chocolate bitters, especially if it's... Which one's? Spanky. No, why do I want to call it Spanky? It's not Spanky.
No, it's hippies, hoppies.
No.
Hippies, hoppies.
It's gonna be... I have so many bitters. I don't even know where it is. But there is a chocolate bitters that we carry. Oh,
I have no idea.
That's weird.
Stop it.
So,
what's the weirdest bitters you had?
The weirdest one so far?
Or default garnish.
The Boker's bitters have been the weird. Oh, what's the weirdest bitters that you had? And what was the question? Something about garnishes? Or is that just
question of the day, default garnish.
What do you put on for a garnish if you just need a garnish? Right now, you're like, hey, that's a great drink. I'm going to go build a garnish for it. What would it be?
Pineapple.
Orange, pineapple. I like pineapple better.
Pineapple, yeah.
That's what they did in Jamaica whenever there was nothing else. They
It's shots.
Pineapple
It may be region specific. Here I would have said orange, but personally, if I got a pineapple on a drink, first off, I don't see it that often. Secondly, I like pineapples. And you could put a pineapple, douse it in any type of alcohol. I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm going for that. Yeah, or even grill it. Oh, dude, yeah, caramelize that thing up. Oh.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
More fun if you call it pinnacle.
Pinnacle?
Pinnacle.
Do you use pinnaples? No. Pin nipples.
Pin nipples.
What's your default garnish? I know.
Fuck no.
And
my nipples retreated when you said that. They did not get
He's
hard.
actually got concave nipples now.
No, they did. And they're like, fuck that.
Anti-hard. So,
Hard.
and what bitters are the strangest, weirdest that you've had?
My nipples became sinkholes.
Sinkholes. It's like, I'm gonna rub my sinkholes.
Blah.
For me,
It's like I can stick my pinky in.
oh yeah. And then you're going there. Never mind. So for me, bitter-wise, thus far has been Boker's bitters, which are the Adam's other bitters. They are very bittery. Like they have like that bitter. Like if you just drank a whole bottle of Angostura, like or Campari, it has like a little Campari flavor to it, which bothered me a little bit. But I like the clove base, or I think this has a little bit of clove too. I'm not sure. A few brothers. Anyway, that's it. Question of the day done. Cocktail done. Go make it. If you can't get this, I apologize. If you want to know more about it, we did a review, so you can just not Google it, but what do you call it? Search our channel for Koloa Dark Rum. Watch that, and you'll have all your answers. Thank you to our fans, especially ones who sent that. We're teaching you how to drink.
Keep